Have you ever wondered why so many legends speak of half-human, half-animal creatures? The Goatman isn't just a scary campfire story. Witnesses describe eerie sightings, strange disappearances, and even brutal attacks linked to these horned entities. If these stories are true, then something far more sinister is lurking in the forests than we ever imagined. Watch until the end, because what you're about to see might make you question what's really out there. There are places in America where the maps fade, and nature reclaims its silence. In these forgotten stretches of wilderness, strange things are said to happen. Too many unexplained disappearances, too many unsettling sounds after dark. And for those who live near these places, the fear is not superstition, it's survival. Tonight, we unravel one of America's most terrifying legends, the Goatman, a creature born from whispers, fueled by fear, and kept alive by those who didn't live to tell the tale. Our story begins on a stormy night in Maryland, decades ago. Lightning flashed across the sky as a frantic call came into the local sheriff's office. Livestock slaughtered, blood trails leading into the woods, and strange footprints, half hoof, half something else. A search party ventured into the darkness, but not all of them returned. Local lore tells of a brilliant scientist at the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center. Driven by obsession, he tampered with genetic boundaries never meant to be crossed. An experiment went horribly wrong. What emerged from that lab wasn't human and wasn't goat. It was something far worse. Those who wander near the dense woods of Prince George's County speak of glowing red eyes staring from the tree line. Campers report waking up to guttural noises outside their tents and finding deep gouges in the trunks of trees nearby. More than one hiker has vanished without a trace, their last known location marked only by a trail of broken branches and hoof prints leading off into the unknown. But the legend doesn't stop in Maryland. In Kentucky, along the trestle bridge over Pope Lick Creek, the Goatman has a darker name, the Pope Lick Monster. They say he calls out to travelers, mimicking the voice of someone they love, luring them onto the tracks, just moments before a train roars by. Many have fallen victim to his call. Some say they see the monster perched on the trestle, horns silhouetted against the moonlight. Others speak of hypnotic eyes that lock with theirs and pull them toward certain doom. There are even stories of those who survived the encounter but were left changed. Their hair turned white overnight, their speech forever hesitant. In the summer of 1969, Texas became home to panic and hysteria. Lake Worth residents reported sightings of a half-goat creature terrorizing lovers parked by the water's edge. Police were dispatched, and even they reported being pelted by heavy tires hurled by an unseen force. The Lake Worth monster vanished into the night, but left behind shattered windows, broken fences, and questions that still haunt the community. Wisconsin woods hide their own dark secret. Hunters have stumbled upon mutilated deer carcasses and heard guttural growls that chill the marrow. Footprints too large to be animal, too misshapen to be human, lead deeper into the wilderness and then vanish. Some hunters have reported being stalked, a constant rustling behind them, stopping every time they paused, always just out of sight. What is it about this creature that captures the human imagination so completely? Is it the primal fear of encountering something ancient and unnatural? Or is it a reminder that there are forces in this world, old, vengeful forces, that we still do not understand? Psychologists argue the Goatman is an embodiment of our darkest fears. But those who have heard the low, rasping bleat late at night or glimpsed horns in their headlights just before dawn know it's more than myth. There are reports from the Pacific Northwest of a similar beast, one that leaves behind twisted tree limbs and echoes of distant, unnatural screams. In the swamps of Louisiana, tales emerge of a horned figure moving just beneath the water's surface, trailing behind boats until they speed away in panic. But the most chilling accounts come from those who say he follows you. Once you hear his call, he knows your name, and no matter how far you run, how bright the lights, how safe your bed feels, you are never truly alone. One truck driver from Ohio recounted an encounter where his rig broke down on a lonely stretch of highway. As he waited for help, he heard tapping on his window. When he looked, he saw nothing, but on the dusty glass, hoof prints began to appear. His engine roared to life inexplicably, and he drove through the night, never stopping until he reached a crowded city. A couple from Arkansas described waking up in the night to heavy breathing outside their cabin door. They armed themselves and waited in silence. At dawn, they found deep gouges on the wooden door and hoof prints circling their property, as if something had been walking in endless loops, just waiting for them to open the door. The next time you hear a soft rustling in the woods or the clatter of hooves on pavement when the roads are empty, don't turn around, because by then, it's already too late. The Goatman watches, the Goatman waits, and sometimes the Goatman comes home with you. Sleep well, if you can. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Space Farmers, where we harvest the darkest, most chilling mysteries the universe has to offer. Because some legends don't stay buried, and some things are watching. Sweet dreams, if you're lucky.